Good evening, Sam. How are you doing?
Evening.
Sam, in particular, after the performances against Chelsea and Southampton, how disappointing is that tonight that it was so flat?
Obviously, very disappointing for us, but I think that the defining moments in some games, and I think that when you know that when you're coming across a team like Leicester, and when you've heard me talking about for many, many weeks now about taking your chances when they arrive, our chance came for Mbai, and if you don't take it, and when you're playing the team at this level, who've got all their injured players back, who are on song, and they got to the final or in third in the Premier League, you must take that chance and you must get 1-0 up, and it lifts your team, it puts them on the back foot, and when you miss that chance, you can often pay the price, and certainly we paid the price in the first half because Leicester came into the game and overran us then, and scored the 3 goals, even though the second one was particularly lucky because it just deflected off Matt Phillips and dropped straight to their player, sadly. But disappointed in the first half, and game was beyond us, I suppose, at that point. But we had to make sure that we shut the back door on how good Vardy and Iheanacho was, and we did that, but couldn't play our way back into the game because we didn't get anywhere near the game we normally got to in the last 8 or 10 matches, and you have to give Leicester a lot of credit for that. You can see why they're in the FA Cup final, and you can see why they're third in the Premier League. They got all the quality or top players back in the side, and probably as good a team as we've, apart from Man City, as good a team we played against this year.
Until it's mathematically impossible, of course, you're not going to give up. But how big is the mountain to climb now?
Oh, it's 5 out of 6 to be absolutely certain, and that is obviously a tall order. But I mean, it's trying to win as many games as we can from now to starting with Aston Villa on Sunday, which is obviously very difficult for us because Aston Villa played on Wednesday night. So they're leaving an advantage over us physically before we play that game. But we've got to go and bounce back from this and try and do our best.
Thanks, Sam.
Go to Joe Massey now from the Express and Star. If you can ask for hands raised for follow-ups, please.
Hi, Sam. You switched to 3 at the back at the break. I just wondered if you thought about going with that at the start, having gone with it at Chelsea.
Well, we set out by beating Chelsea with a 4-4-1-1 in the end, and we beat Southampton with a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-2-3-1, whatever we want to call it. And playing as good as we were playing, then we said the midfield players and the front lads don't need our fullbacks to help today or tonight. Stay at home and look after Vardy and Iheanacho. Have I pronounced that right? Yeah, sorry about that if I didn't. And because our fullbacks got sucked in when they shouldn't have done, because they didn't need to get sucked in because they only had wing backs. So it left us with our 2 centre halves getting exposed too much. So the only way I could stop that was by putting a 3 in there in the second half. So I got to think about getting forward and creating chances, because that's what we did so well at Stamford Bridge, and that's what we did so well against Southampton. But we're defensively very sound against the front 2 there. But obviously not today with the quality. I mean, Leicester far way better than, for me, better than Southampton tonight, the way they played with their team. In fact, I thought seeing them tonight, seeing the way they played tonight, probably better than Chelsea.